Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to talk about Zach Wilson real quick because there's some pictures of him at voluntary OTAs that came out this week, and you can tell that Zach Wilson definitely put on some muscle over the offseason. I want to talk about this impact of Zach Wilson putting on a little more weight and a little more muscle on his body and what to expect from him in year number 2 with the New York Jets. I'm really excited to talk about Zach Wilson in this video. So before we get into it, I just want to mention if you guys are new to Jets Media, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of Jets content coming your way all throughout the rest of the offseason and of course carrying over into the season. And if you guys want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at nyjets_media. And if you enjoy the video, please do not forget to thumbs it up. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. So today was rookie minicamp day number 2, and Robert Saleh did speak to the media, and he got asked about Zach Wilson if he noticed anything different about him and his confidence level going into year number 2. And Robert Saleh said, and I quote, "Zach Wilson has hit the weight room. He looks beefy in a good way. He's definitely filled out, but he's still got all this looseness and hit and zip in throwing the football. He looks good." So obviously, Robert Saleh has noticed a difference. We all saw this picture right here of Zach Wilson when he was on the field with the New York Jets this past week, and we all noticed it immediately. I mean, his quads are popping out, his shoulders a little more broad, and this is a good thing because Zach Wilson last year, I think we can all agree, as a rookie, he looked like a very small quarterback that just didn't really look like a player that has fully developed into his body. That's totally okay because he was extremely young last year for the New York Jets as a rookie, and I expected him to fill out going into year number 2. This is what I was hoping for when Zach Wilson matures, not only his play style on the field, not only his mindset, but I was really hoping that his body would mature and his physicality would improve and his strength and his overall athleticism would just continuing to trending upwards. And that's exactly what we're seeing from Zach Wilson. And this is a good sign because Zach Wilson took a lot of hits as a rookie, especially in week number 1 against the Carolina Panthers. I don't know if you guys remember that game, but in week number 1, the Jets offensive line wasn't clicking and Zach was getting absolutely destroyed, getting thrown to the ground. He got sacked on one play late in the 4th quarter where 2 players landed on him, and I was like, oh my gosh, Zach, are you okay? And he was totally fine. He's a tough player, as you could tell. I know that he did get nicked up last year in his rookie season by getting a knee injury, but he did show a little sign of grittiness and toughness that you want to see from your New York Jets quarterback from last year. And now that he put on even more weight and more muscle, I feel like he's going to be able to take those hits because, you know, he will be taking hits, but at the same time, he won't be taking as many hits this year as we can all hope, seeing what this New York Jets team did with this offensive line with the additions of Lincoln Tomlinson being that Pro Bowl guard, with Elijah Vera Tucker entering year number 2, with hopefully a healthy year number 3 of Mekhi Becton, George Fant, Connor McGovern. We all know what the offensive line is looking like. We're expecting good things from them and protecting Zach Wilson. So for Zach Wilson to put on this muscle while still having that zip and still having that looseness in his arm and that athleticism is still there, I'm expecting big things from Zach Wilson this year, man. I'm not expecting him to light up the league or him to become like a top 10, top 12 quarterback this season, but I am expecting Zach Wilson to prove to the rest of the world that he was the right pick for the New York Jets at number 2. He was a player that the New York Jets just simply did not, make a mistake on drafting him. I feel like this is the year where that's going to be, the answer is going to be that. And the one thing I will say about Zach Wilson, this is my approach for him going to year number 2. And if anybody that comes up to me to ask me, hey, Richie, what do you think of Zach Wilson? Is he the franchise quarterback? Is he a bust? I basically say I think it's way too premature, in my opinion, to say that Zach Wilson is a bust or Zach Wilson is a franchise quarterback. I think that we did not see enough of Zach Wilson to say either of those things. You cannot stay with a straight face that Zach Wilson is 100% a bust, or you cannot say that he's a franchise quarterback yet because he simply did not prove it. Last year as a rookie, the first part of the season was really bad. 9 turnovers in 5 games. It was just really, really bad outside of that Tennessee Titans game. We all know what happened. Zach Wilson goes down with an injury. He comes back from injury, and he plays his best football of his life with the New York Jets, finishing off the season with 5 straight games and no interceptions. So we saw basically 2 versions of Zach Wilson, but the one thing I will say is for Zach Wilson to go into year number 2 of the same system should give Jets fans a lot of excitement about him taking that next step in year number 2. On top of all the weapons that we have around him, with Garrett Wilson being added to the wide receiver room of Elijah Moore and Corey Davis and Braxton Berrios and Denzel Mims, with a completely revamped tight end room with Tyler Conklin and CJ Uzama and now rookie Jeremy Ruckert, and the brand new running back duo of Breece Hall and Michael Carter, with Tevin Coleman being that veteran, and of course that revamped offensive line that I broke down in the beginning of this video. what Joe Douglas has done, I'm going to make an entire separate video this week about the great job that Joe Douglas has done, not only this year, but the past 3 seasons that he got here to absolutely revamp this entire offense. Every single player on offense is now Joe Douglas, guys, and I really want to break down that in depth. But what I'm trying to say is we all know that Joe Douglas did a fantastic job of building around Zach Wilson to the point where I tweeted this out the other day. Isn't it crazy that when Sam Darnold was the quarterback, and not even just Sam, all the previous quarterbacks, we could say this, that how could this quarterback possibly succeed with the weapons and protection around him? I don't blame him if he struggles. But now it's the complete opposite. Now we're like, wait a second. Zach Wilson has no excuses because of the weapons and protection he has. That is crazy. I would never in a million years think that we would go into the season saying that our quarterback has no excuses no matter who the quarterback is because of how much weapons and how much protection, how much depth there is, and how much talent there is on this offense around him. Thank you, Joe Douglas. I absolutely love you. Continue what you're doing with this vision of building this offense the right way by surrounding your quarterback with young, exciting, explosive, swagger players around your quarterback. That's what we've been waiting for so long. So for Zach Wilson to look like he is definitely putting on weight, for Robert Saleh even mentioning that he got a little more beefy, and those are the words that Robert Saleh said, and even Jets fans, when the picture came on Twitter, we all saw it. We all saw Zach Wilson looking a little different physically. Now, does this guarantee that Zach Wilson's going to take that next step in year number 2 and he's going to prove to be the franchise quarterback just because he put on a little muscle? No, it does not mean that, but this is a good thing that I wanted to talk about, because for Zach Wilson to develop not only his game on the field, not only his mindset, and not only his approach to the game of football, but I really wanted to see him grow into his body, and this was the year where you can see the growth that he put in the offseason. Obviously, Zach Wilson did a tremendous job to get to this level of his physical body, to be in this great shape and adding that muscle. He put in a lot of work in the weight room. He obviously also took that tour around, the states. He went to Tennessee to Corey Davis. He was in Miami with Braxton Berrios and Michael Carter. He was in Arizona with Denzel Mims, Elijah Moore, and Jeff Smith, and all those guys. So Zach Wilson had a pretty productive offseason by traveling, meeting up with his teammates, gaining that chemistry, as well as staying in the weight room and focusing on the fundamentals with his coach Beck, who was actually hired with the New York Jets midway through the season. And let's just hope that Zach Wilson can take that next step next year. I feel like the one thing I'm looking forward to for Zach Wilson, that is the most important piece, that I feel like the reason why he's going to take that next step, and I already broke it down in this video, I've said it multiple times out throughout my streams and my channel, is the one thing that Jets fans should be confident about Zach Wilson improving is the continuity factor. Because a lot of people always ask me, Richie, what's the difference between Sam Darnold going into year number 2 and Zach Wilson? Well, the biggest difference in my eyes is Sam Darnold as a rookie had Todd Bowles. The New York Jets fire Todd Bowles and we hire Adam Gase. And on top of that, Sam Darnold, in going into year number 2, just did not have the weapons that he has now. So for Zach Wilson to go through a rookie season of learning the playbook, getting experimental with Mike LaFleur, and then going into year number 2 with the same exact system, with another year under his belt with Michael Carter, Elijah Moore, his playmakers that he gained chemistry with, and now getting more playmakers in the draft like Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and Jeremy Ruckert and the tight ends and more protection. What this does for Zach Wilson, and it gives him an opportunity to feel way more comfortable, not really have to worry about what the play is. It starts coming to him naturally and instinctually, and that's how you take a quarterback's game to another level. And I feel like that's a big reason why I feel like Zach Wilson's going to succeed in year number 2. On top of all the weapons around him, the continuity factor is a big deal. So I want to make this video just talking about Zach Wilson because I really thought this picture of him that came out during OTAs was awesome, seeing that he definitely put on some weight in the weight room. Let me know your thoughts about Zach Wilson, your expectations for him going into year number 2. I appreciate all the support here on Jets Media, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let's go Jets. Peace.